Hi there. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on for me right now, and I can start just by sharing a little bit about who I am. My name is Ayoe, and I am a stay-at-home mom, work-from-home mom. I work with holistic practices. I'm an energy healer, bioenergy healing, and some other techniques as well. I have this, I would say, urge for sharing what's come up in my life recently because it's been frustrating and it's been hard and it's been challenging, and I want to share my story with this experience right now because I hope that it can maybe help somebody else that's on the same path, to not feel alone, to not feel that you're the only one going through this kind of stuff. And the thing that is happening right now in my life is that 10 months ago, actually at New Year's, we have October now, at New Year's I was sitting in front of the computer a couple days before New Year's Eve, and I was getting ready to go to bed, and I did this, and I felt my throat, and I felt a lump in my throat, and that scared the living crap out of me because I was like, where is this coming from? What is this thing, and why is it on my throat? And I can just show you here. You can see right there. And when I swallow, you can see it's sort of moving up and down. So it's about, I think I measured it like 6 centimeters by 3 roughly. And I panicked. I didn't know what to do about it. I thought the worst, right? And so I went to a walk-in clinic a few days after because I was like, oh, it's not just disappearing. It felt like it came from out of nowhere because I hadn't felt it sort of come on. It was there when I did this. And I went to the walk-in clinic, and I have to say that was the worst doctor's experience I've had in my life, and it was not pleasant at all. I went into this doctor, and he was, fairly old, so I would assume that he has been a doctor for many years, seeing a lot of things. He looked at me like I had 3 heads, like he's never seen this thing before, and that freaked me out big time because I was like, what do you mean? Like, you've never seen this before? Have you not had clients before come in with anything similar to this? Please tell me you have. And I got even more scared. He couldn't tell me anything. He kind of panicked a little bit. He sent me for an x-ray right away and booked an ultrasound for me, which wasn't until 2 months later. So here I am, just finding this thing on my throat, and I can't even get answers until another 2 months. I'm like, okay, I'll just have to do my own work on it, my holistic practices on it, and talk to some of my colleagues and friends and see what can I do. And I didn't get any answers. I went to get the ultrasound. The x-ray showed absolutely nothing. The ultrasound showed that it's a thyroid cyst, and that's it. I did blood work as well. Everything came back normal. There was nothing to see on that. So that's also a little bit tricky for me. A little bit tricky for me dealing with that and not knowing really what I can do to fix the problem. It was just there, and the answers that I got from the doctor after I got the ultrasound confirmation that it's a thyroid cyst was that you can just leave it, or you can drain it and then it may come back, and you can drain it again and it may come back, and if we have to do that repeatedly, then we can surgically remove it. And I'm like, ooh, I don't really want surgery on my neck, on my throat. That wasn't really the road that I was prepared to go. So I started looking at all these different options, different kinds of things that I could do with thyroid stuff. And millions, gabillions of things came up and made me even more frustrated and made me kind of give up on it, because there was so much information that it was overwhelming and I didn't know what to trust, I didn't know what to believe, and I didn't know where to start, basically. So I went to see my naturopath, and that was in the summer, so a couple months ago now I started. And he gave me some different Chinese herbs and some homeopathics, and also none of that really did anything. And that's super frustrating. It's I don't even know what to say about it. I'm angry, I'm upset, and I'm sad, and I'm scared, and there's not really any help for me with this. I don't know where to go. And so in the summer, I've also been dealing with migraines, headaches every time I had my period. And this email comes up one day, a free radio show about healing migraines and headaches. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll check this out. So I listened to the radio show, and it's this guy called Anthony Williams. He's a medical medium. And I haven't really heard of him before, but so I listened to this radio show, which was awesome. I was blown away by some of the things that he was talking about, because it was new information to me and nobody had ever mentioned it before. And the one thing he said that you can do to help with migraines and headaches is a simple thing: drink celery juice. And I thought, what? Celery juice? I'm going to drink celery juice and that's supposed to help me? So I did. And it worked. The only thing that has worked for the migraines that I've been having is celery juice. Just plain celery juice, half a liter each day during the time that I have my period. And I get no headaches, no migraines. And if there is a little hint of it, I'll drink the juice and it's just gone. So needless to say, I trust this guy now, and whatever he's saying is pretty radical. It's not something that you can find in medical journals and scientific research. This is him receiving this information from, you can call it God, you can call it source, spirit, whatever you believe in, whatever you trust in. So I found out that he has a book about thyroid problems, and I have it here. I can just show you what it looks like. It's like, there we go. Medical medium thyroid healing. And I just knew I had to get the book. So I did a few days ago. And I started reading it. I'm only in the first couple chapters still. But then whatever comes up for me while I'm reading this is quite, what do you say? What do you call it? It fits perfectly. Every symptom that I have, it's that. What he's talking about in the book. He's talking about how everything thyroid related comes from the same thing, no matter if it's thyroid cysts, nodules, I think it's called Hashimoto's, thyroiditis, different things related to the thyroid comes from, see if I remember how to pronounce it correctly, Epstein-Barr virus, EBV. And apparently you can have this virus in your body since birth, and it can be dormant for a really long time, and then it can appear being triggered by different things, and it can be lots of different things. For example, and this was maybe relevant for me, pregnancy and childbirth, because they're pretty big events in your life. They can be pretty traumatic to some people. It could also be other things like getting a divorce or breaking up with someone or death in the family, a bunch of different things that can trigger it. And obviously people react differently to different situations. However, when I read this, I started crying and crying and crying, and I couldn't stop because it was just all so written to me. It was everything that I felt. It was everything that was going on with me, or has been going on with me for the last, 10 months since I noticed the nodule or the cyst. But also probably before that, I found out that under my ribs on the left side is where the spleen is. And that has sort of been bugging me a little bit. It's not super painful, but it's it can be a little sore, it can be a little tender in certain situations. And so I was like, oh, what is that? And I asked the doctor about it, and he felt my stomach, and he was like, oh, there's nothing. I was like, oh, gee, thanks a lot, doctor. Honestly, it pisses me off that that's the result I get when I go to see the doctor. So maybe I'm just not ever going to go see a doctor again. But enough of that rant. It's connected to the virus, apparently, according to Anthony. And he says that the virus can lie dormant in the different stages of the process. There are 4 different stages. So it will move into the liver, and it will move to the spleen, and that's where I'm feeling the pain. That's where I'm feeling this sort of tenderness, soreness, and then it will go to the thyroid. So just reading all these things, reading what's connected, and pretty much everything that's going on with me, like the migraines, headaches too, is also connected to that, or can be connected to that for sure. Feeling fatigued, drained of energy, and I have been, and I've had moments where I'm just so tired and I haven't even done anything. I'm just tired because of nothing, because of just being. And I guess I sort of just connected it to being a mom, because, moms are supposed to be tired all the time. We're supposed to drink a lot of coffee and drink a lot of wine, and then it will all just magically go away. But it doesn't. It doesn't help. And I guess I just sort of accepted that, that's just the life of being a parent, that you're always super tired. But then I actually quit drinking coffee for a while, because I talked to my naturopath, and he said it could be related with the thyroid, or it could affect it somehow. So I thought, okay, I'll stop drinking it for a while and see what happens. And then I started drinking it again. And actually, after I started drinking the coffee again, I felt more tired. I felt more just drained, and I was like, ugh, I need my coffee. And I was like, that's not right. That's not how I want to feel. So I quit again. I'm not drinking coffee anymore. And I feel good about it. I have no withdrawal symptoms. So that's a good thing. But so what I wanted to really share with this is, I guess, my emotional roller coaster with this experience, and just how everything was spot on for me. And obviously I want to, I'll do some more videos as we go along. I haven't finished reading the book yet, so I'm waiting for the the results of what to do when you have realized that this is what's going on with you. So obviously I know I have some thyroid stuff that needs to be addressed, and apparently it's connected to probably pretty much the rest of what's going on with me. It can also be related to different types of back pain, which I've also had. And if it reaches stage 4, what Anthony Williams describes in the book so far is that it attacks the nervous system. So I think he mentioned MS, fibromyalgia. I forgot all of the different ones, but read the book, and I will share more as I continue to read this. But so I really just wanted to do this video, hoping that I can help bring the message out that I feel confident that this book is going to help change my life. I feel now I'm getting emotional. I feel that for me, as a mom, as a wife, I have certain responsibilities, and towards myself as well. I need to be healthy to do what I'm supposed to do in this life. I need to take care of my kids. I need to be a good wife to my husband. I need to be the best version of me that I can be for myself and for other people in my life. So while reading this first couple chapters, I actually felt sick. And I haven't really felt sick before, but just realizing that all these different, maybe smaller symptoms that has shown up in my life are all connected to possibly this virus that's in my body. That's scary, and it made me feel inadequate. It made me feel just sick, and I cried for a long time yesterday when I was reading this, and at the same time I feel that this guy knows what he's talking about, because he was the only one that could tell me what to do with migraines and headaches, and it just worked. So I have confidence that this will be the solution to what I'm dealing with. And I look around in my circle of friends, and I know several people that have thyroid issues. So really, I hope that this can just help spread the information and help people realize that there is more to it than what maybe your healthcare professionals share with you. And it's not because they don't want to share it with you. It's simply because they don't know. They're not aware of it. And, you can believe it or not. It's totally up to you. I'll leave that for you to decide. I just have hope that this will work for me, and I will let you know how it goes. Deep breath. Much gratitude. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And let me know your comments if you have any experience at all with this. Awesome. Love and light. Thank you. Bye.